Hello, my darlings. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL By Night. Chapter 7, I Will Be Your Monster. Let's welcome our vampires.
I'm Brittany Trambauer-Smith, and I play Melisande.
I'm Dustin Fletcher, and I play Cyrus.
Zachary Valdo playing Anton Koropolskov.
I'm KP, and I play Gordon.
Samantha McLarty, and I'm playing Alice Crawford.
Jessica Skellington, I'm playing Betty Crawford.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. Don't forget to visit our link tree in the chat that will be coming up in just a moment. That has a link to all of our sponsors as well as our merch shop. And don't forget to use the code ATL By Night on Die Hard Dice for an extra 10% off on your order. And they've got some amazing new designs, including character dice from D4. So make sure to check those out. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I think that is it for us. So why don't we sit back and relax and let's tell a vampire story. When last we saw our kindred, Mel had a meeting with Alpha first to discuss rewriting the Renasherie Camarilla Constitution in secret, using their knowledge and feelings as outer clans to bring a more thorough touch to this new Camarilla. And then Mel, Aaron, and Jackson went to meet with the Anarchs, Baron Gordon of Gollage Park, and his two coterie members, Alice and Betty, a pair of ministry twins. They went to negotiate the return of Mark, her ghoul, which went well. Mark is home now. But after returning home, news reports gave the information that Tabitha, the Ventru Primogen to the kindred, but to the human world, she's just a CEO, has been abducted by an armed gunman. And so we pick up tonight with Cyrus. You've awoken in your haven. Catherine's not awake just yet. You usually get a few minutes apiece to yourself when you first wake up.
I'll like kind of reach to his chest.
It feels normal.
Go over to his safe and bite on his thumb. Opens the safe.
There's nothing. And the pain that you felt the night before is not there. And it's about this time that your friend pops in. Well, good morning.
Good morning, Katie.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I think I had a weird dream or something. I don't know.
I have those all the time.
Yeah.
What kind of dream?
I don't know. I thought I don't know. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm a little worried about you now, but I'm fine.
I'll be alright.
Okay.
I'll be alright. You're up.
Yes. Did you know that they changed the voice of Kermit the Frog? They put out a new movie. He doesn't even sound the same.
I did not. I only know him as your voice.
Oh. That's right. You've never watched him. Well, you at least need to... You gotta watch Treasure Island. That's the best one.
Okay. Whatever you want.
We'll watch it together.
Of course. Yeah. What, yeah, he'll go to his phone. Try to turn it on. Eventually gets it on.
Yeah, she's like coaching you in your mind. She's like, no, you gotta do the flick thing.
There's no button to just turn it on. Like, it just it puts a screen on it. I don't understand why you don't just...
They said they were gonna get you a flip one, so you just gotta deal with this a little longer, dear.
It makes no sense.
I know.
Complicated.
It is.
There's no buttons. There's just a screen. Like,
I mean, my kindergartners do with them just fine, but I understand it's very difficult.
I mean, yeah, well, different generation.
Yeah.
So, all right, and he's gonna check to see if there's any messages from the Coterie or anything.
And you have messages from Alpha, essentially telling you about the Tabitha situation and asking you to meet up with the Shepherds because he'll be stopping by later.
I will attempt to reply. Roger, we need to talk anyway.
And he says, cool, I'll see you later.
All right.
And you have another message. From a number you don't have saved.
Okay.
And it just says, hi, Ryan. And Catherine goes, oh, honey.
Must be a wrong number.
Cyrus, you know that's not what it is.
I mean, you know, but again, it's nothing that, how do they have this number?
Well, if she got a new number, I imagine Alpha and Dot and them wouldn't have known to put it in your phone.
No, but he'll leave it on red.
Okay. Just I understand.
It's fine. Like I said, that's the past. We're different. We're a new person.
I like that.
Of course. It's always been you and me.
Yeah.
So, besides, I know nothing will stand in our way when I've got you next to me, Katie.
And I'll always be there for you, Cyrus.
Alright. Let's figure out what's going on with this Tabitha thing.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Figure out what's going on, and maybe we'll get to kill somebody today.
Maybe!
And he'll start gearing up.
All right. And since that does take a while, tonight with our Anarchs, you've awoken Gordon to a text from Alpha agreeing on meeting you. And it says, hey, this is Alpha. I think we should indeed meet. How about the Oakland Cemetery?
Bit morbid, but all right. Sounds cheap. Let's go.
And he replies, it's neutral enough and nobody goes there. Come alone.
Yes, except for the dead.
And he says, come alone, and I will too. Up to you on if you adhere to that.
Yeah, we're fucking Anarchs. What the? No.
All right. And so, ladies, you have awoken to Gordon having his text conversation.
Looks like we have a little bit of an appointment
Oh.
at a cemetery.
Ooh, which one?
It's something Oakland.
It's my favorite.
You didn't tell me that before.
She
All
has her
those ruined
secrets.
date nights. Well, he did ask me to come along, but that just seems silly.
Please.
Unless would you like to come in a different form? Still
That can be
technically coming
managed.
along.
More or less.
More or less.
Probably a little less out there this time.
So maybe smaller?
Perhaps an owl. You could then see. No?
No.
Okay, bad suggestion.
Just a smaller version.
Oh, you want like a garden snake?
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh.
I can do that.
Well, I don't
A
want you to
decent
step down accidentally.
A rattlesnake, maybe.
Not too noisy.
Fair. I'll think of something. Don't worry about it.
I trust you.
Okay, and so how are you guys going to be getting to Oakland?
What would?
You have a car,
I would think
or
we
there
have-
is public transport or Uber.
No, I feel like we'd have a car at least. He was a former like pirate and captain. I'm assuming, so he
Yeah.
probably wants his own little
Oh,
crew
yeah.
and a ship. Do we have like someone who would be our driver normally?
No.
Okay.
It was probably Diesel, but he is still wherever he has absconded with Tabitha to.
I send him a text before I go. Go into the cemetery. Have that next meeting. Love you. And it's in a heart.
And Diesel comes back with a selfie of Tabitha mid-choking him, going, "Love you too."
But he's having a great time.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Date's going well. Date's going well.
So proud of him.
Do you want me to drive us?
If you don't mind.
I don't mind. Which car would you like to
I'm
take?
not doing it.
Your choice. Whatever you feel.
Sweet.
What car do you pick?
We are going to pick a 1960s Corvette.
Fantastic.
All right. And so, as you are the driver, please roll me your dex and drive.
Okay. I think I grabbed two of the wrong dice. I did.
Oh, do we have to do a hunger roll?
We'll do that in just.
Oh.
3 successes and 1 failure.
Okay. 3 successes is more than enough to drive well. And so while you guys are heading down to Oakland, please each make me your rest check so that we can see what condition you are arriving for this meeting in.
Oh.
I'm good.
Pass.
I think I'm good.
Yes, you're
I'm
good.
good.
Okay. And so you guys pull up to Oakland, and Oakland is a large cemetery. It has a very small parking lot with a large stone gate with wrought iron gates at the front that have been cracked open just enough for you to get in as Oakland closes at night, but clearly Alpha doesn't pay attention to that. And when you walk inside Oakland, it's a historical cemetery. It's our version of Hollywood Forever with Southern style. Large mausoleums, usually for main families at the time, lots of gardening and decoration and statues. It's become a big thing in Atlanta for Halloween events, photo shoots of all kinds. And the mausoleums vary in style. Some are more elaborate, some are more humble, and the pathways are as much of a grid-like fashion as they can be, with going off from side to side.
I'm gonna go ahead and shape change.
Okay, you're gonna shape change.
I'm still good.
Still good.
Yep.
And so you're turning into a little garden snake.
Yep.
And are you going to slither along with them, or are you accompanying Gordon or Betty?
I'll probably slither along, like, to the side, but next.
Okay.
Oh, my dear, you look adorable.
Just flick my tongue.
And so, Betty, what will you be doing?
Gordon, would you like me to stay with the car? Do you want me to hang back and follow, or walk
you.
next to you?
Well, it's up to you if you want to join me. I feel that what he doesn't understand is that we don't give a damn. So, if you would like to come along and, what's one extra person?
Fantastic. I will walk alongside you then.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, as you guys are walking through, Oakland can be a little confusing, especially at night.
Before I go,
Yes.
I'm not still trying to learn the effect
Yes,
of this
absolutely.
exactly. But if I were to turn on Majesty,
Oh shit.
That would be to draw Alpha to you and make him listen to you and
Oh,
just be...
okay, yeah, fuck it, let's do this. So, I mean, like, I'm trying to enter the scene as the most glorious motherfucker alive.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, I'd like to turn on Majesty then. So, how do I...
2 round checks.
Yeah, I think it's
2 rounds,
check.
yeah, so
And
just
then
take 2
seven.
dice.
Yep, take 2 hunger dice and roll those.
And there's some contested roll when you actually run into somebody.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll have to contest the roll for sure.
That was 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay. I will keep that in mind as you have now turned on Majesty. And since it's a contested roll, I'll remember your numbers for when you meet
Do you need the
Alpha.
exact numbers or just the
No, that's
fine. Okay.
Vampire functions with successes and failures. So, as you guys are walking through, you do eventually see a man, about medium to low medium height. He's not very tall, but a bit average. And he's got short hair, tattoos down his arms, tank top, jeans. But he is strangely the most gorgeous good old boy you've ever seen. And for those with orientation towards men, you are very attracted to him.
I look at him and goes, my, aren't you a handsome one?
And Alpha just kind of spins around and he's like, Baron Jolly Roger, all right. Yes, thank you.
Was that
you too.
a poke?
It was a poke.
That was a poke.
That was a poke.
I'm going to be honest, I couldn't remember your name, but I do remember
Sometimes
pirate.
I don't remember my own, it's fine.
I remember you're a pirate. That stuck with me.
That's the part.
Yeah. I figured.
Alpha.
Yes.
Ah,
I'm from Nolan, so...
don't give a damn.
No, it's why the pirate stuck with me.
Ah, okay. I get it.
You don't seem like a Gordon. Then again, Alpha's not my name, very obviously, so we'll stick
Well, I've
with
had
it.
other names over the times. It's kind of hard to go around as a pirate called Gordon.
Yeah, I imagine so. Anyway, so... Nice to meet you, I
Pleasure's
guess.
mine.
And he gestures towards one of the nice wrought iron benches. And he goes, do you want to sit down or you want to just stand?
Oh, of course. If that's what you prefer, I'd love to sit at a table with you.
Well, we got benches. Yes, that was a poke. And he looks to you, Betty, and he goes, I do believe I asked for a loan, though. Are you his missus?
She can be whatever she wants.
Oh, got it. I got a few of those. All right, let's sit down.
What does he think?
She's not gonna respond.
But he's just like, and you're kind of getting the vibe. This guy is surprisingly down for anything.
All right, buddy, focus now.
He's like,
She'll wink back at
I'll
him.
get there. And he goes, all right, so way I see it, our goals are actually more in common than I think either of us thought.
Oh, please do elaborate.
Look, we both want Atlanta to recover from the final nights, I'm sure. Lord
That's a
knows
given.
we almost got fucking wiped out thanks to Sabat's shit. And Second Inquisition is infesting this fucking city. They
Love.
are, I don't know if you know, they're fucking everywhere.
We have had our inklings.
Yeah, you can't fucking spit without hitting one of those pious sons of bitches. And I understand that old Crazy Pants Talbot set you up with the smallest 40 acres and a mule I've ever seen.
Oh, yes. I mean, as you said, you can't really spit far enough before hitting a border.
Yeah, College Park is, I can't imagine anybody, especially a group of anarchs, wants to live in a one-bedroom apartment together.
It's an insult, yes.
Okay. So,
But it's more than just territory. I'm sure
I'm sure.
Has your cohort had time to converse with you yet?
yeah, Mel filled me in on everything, and Mel and I have our own stuff we're discussing on our end on how to find a happy medium as much as we can, but I figured it was better just talk leader to leader.
Fair enough. The question is, what sort of a leader am I talking to?
You're talking to a man who performs his own blood hunts, if that tells you anything. I don't send people to do my killing for me.
Respectable, yes.
I got a problem with you, you'll see me on your front doorstep, and I'll take the fire if I gotta take the fire.
I like him.
Not
You seem much more reasonable. Very honorable.
I want you all to be able to move, do whatever you want, long as you want. But you gotta understand, I can't just up and do that.
Why not? What's stopping you?
Because between you and me and 60 an hour, we know that the Camarilla can't just take someone saying, oh, by the way, we've decided to be besties with the Anarchs. I've already had the Camarilla crawling up my ass. Did you know they have a fucking auditor? They have a fucking auditor. Are you
they
kidding
do.
me? It's
What
this.
did you expect?
I will say though, she's this Malkavian bitch. She's got great taste in punk music though. I got some good tunes off her. Her motorcycle, pristine.
With all due respect, I think we're getting off track.
No, I'm not getting off track. I'm telling you, she's great. However, there's 8 of them up there, and their whole job was to make sure that we're following the big rules upstairs. So, that is why I come to you, because we can't just say, oh, hey, we decided we're besties with Anarchs, or then we've got Justicars in here, and then we're all in the shit. So,
You're not really making this very easy. You do know this.
I'm about to make it very easy,
Oh? I'm yours.
depending on how amenable you are. The reason I remember you're a pirate is I looked up your history, sir. And I know
I have a history. Oh, fantastic. Yes.
you do. Some fucking nerd at UGA wrote a whole paper on you. I'll get you a copy.
Oh, would you? Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
If that's part of the deal, I'm listening.
The drawings really don't do you justice.
Oh, I don't stand long enough for a good portrait of me. I understand.
People tend to nix on the pretty details when it's someone killing all their buddies.
I don't do that much killing. At least I try not to.
Well, pirate shit.
I like to consider that as me relieving them of unnecessary life.
I've done the same. So, here's my thought. You can take it or leave it, but it's my thought. The way that this Camarilla seems to continue to operate is on treaties and agreements. But the thing is, they don't really like to make a treaty until there's a problem.
That's true.
I think you're one hell of a problem. And I mean that with all respect.
Aw,
I've never
he's
been
so
this,
nice.
I've never been this complimented before.
I know.
Is he hitting on me?
I
He
might
might
be. I'm not sure. I'm a little toasted.
You know, I wish you'd come on the first meeting. I feel like it would have gone a lot better.
The thing is, you need to meet Mel first. Because she's like you in more ways than she'll admit.
Well, She was very good at hiding it then.
Trust me. Mel grew up during some of the worst of it. And that just changes how you approach getting nasty.
She was a bit of a bitch.
Oh, let's not be that harsh.
She was.
All the best ones are. It's why I like her. It's why I made her keep her.
Fair.
Please. Ma'am, you sound Southern.
I am.
You seen a Waffle House brawl? You gotta put a woman in charge of that shit, that if a brawl breaks out while she's there, I know she can handle it. You think I'm gonna put some floofy fucking Toreador in charge of a Waffle House? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
I wouldn't put a Toreador in charge of anything, but I agree.
We got one in charge of a fucking school, I know that.
Well, not currently.
No, that you took our Ventru primitive.
I didn't take anybody. I don't. As you can see, I'm quite empty-handed.
You met with Mel and then she went away, so let's just drop the pretense. I know she's somewhere that you're at least vaguely aware of, but anyway. Way I see it, if you become so much of a problem that we just can't help ourselves, we gotta make a treaty. And that treaty means you'll get whatever you want within reason. I ain't fucking delivering green M&Ms every Tuesday at precisely 4 o'clock. So
that's
you'll
just
get
sounds
reasonable accommodations that will be as much freedom as you want and deserve. But we're gonna have to play a little game first. And it's a game I think you're gonna enjoy.
How long will this treaty last, and how do we enforce it?
Treaties last forever if we say it.
It's one
And
thing
it'll
to
be
say it.
enforced. I got this Scourge. Pretty violent motherfucker. I swear that man can hide more guns on his person than I've ever seen. You ever see The Hobbit?
Perhaps, yes.
You know that scene he's taking all the knives off of him and he just keeps going? It's like that, but with guns.
Magic man, got it.
That's how I enforce my treaties. Rest of the treaties, and we'll have to pull you in on all this shit. Welcome to the shit, Baron. You're gonna get to meet Faye motherfuckers. That Duke is a piece of shit. And you're gonna meet Mooney of the Glass Walkers. She's hot and mean. And we got some mages in town. None of them fucking talk to each other. That sounds about right. And we got demons. They only come into town. One of them's a fucking professional wrestler. It's cool as shit. There are wraiths everywhere. Do us all a favor, and if you're not from here, like my lady here, don't go looking for ghosts. There's too fucking many.
I feel like at that point they're looking for us. That's that many.
No, they just kind of hang about.
Oh.
And it ain't nice. You ever heard of Lake Lanier?
Have I heard
She
of
has. You have not.
No.
I'll take you sometime.
I've heard of electric.
Trust me, you don't want to go up there as Kindred. Not lately.
It's been a few decades.
During the final nights, pretty much you couldn't see the lake for the Kindred bodies.
Then I won't take you back up there. It was at one time very nice.
I mean, we got Kindred living up there trying to take care of it, but malevolent spirits be malevolent spirits.
I'm not fucking with that.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, Alpha,
Yes.
there's one key point that I'm stuck on. Your keeper has told us that you are different, that you're not like other Camarilla, that you do not operate the same way. For me, that just means you're replacing one rabid carnivore with another rabid carnivore. But do tell me, how are you different? How will you operate different? What
Well,
entices me to think you anything different?
what should entice you is that I was autarchist for 150 years. And I didn't want this fucking position, but Atlanta is my home. And when I saw what Talbot Rourke made of this place, I'm sure he had good intention at some point. But, you know, you get blood bonded to a crazy La Sombra bitch, shit's gonna happen. And he ran this city into the fucking ground.
The thing is,
And for me, It's more important that I make sure as many kindred survive as possible.
You sound like you have great intention. What's stopping you from becoming the next Talbot?
Well, for one, I don't sleep with crazy women. For two, I don't drink from crazy women. I fuck humans. That's what I do.
Bland.
Oh, no, don't worry, dearie. I fuck kindred too, but I'm not gonna drink from you. It ain't gonna be that kind of a night.
No.
But the thing is, I was here during the final nights. I watched. I saw the lake get filled. I ashed everybody on that lake so that we could hide them and make sure to persevere. I really don't give a shit what name's on the door, long as every kindred here gets to live. That's all that matters to me. You want to take over eventually? You can fucking fight me for it. But
Pass.
good choice.
I just want my freedom and freedom for my kind to roam as they wish without having the burden of the Camarilla nor the threat of their sword at their back. Just simply because they don't follow exactly according to their plans. I understand the masquerade. I know, I get it. I understand the rules and I abide by that. But anything outside of those 6 is all bullshit in my opinion.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh. Then we see eye to eye.
But we gotta play a little bit of a game so that we don't get just cars outside of Georgia coming in. Once you get outside of Georgia, you're fucked. But here in Georgia, we doing what we can. Sabat made a mess of things, and now we got Second Inquisition on every goddamn corner like a Walgreens. Speaking of, stay away from pharmaceutical companies.
Oh, we know. We've been aware.
So,
What do you think?
my proposition is this. We make you into such a problem that
I
we
like
got
your problems, yes.
that we got no choice but to make a treaty. Don't kill Tabitha,
Oh, no. God, no.
but feel free to keep her as long as is a problem.
What about bombs?
Keep innocence out of it.
Of course.
At that point, Alice is going to
He's like,
come out of her shape.
oh damn, there's 2 of you, dear. We can definitely party later.
Probably. I have a question though. See, you want us to be a problem so that we can have a treaty, so that the Camarilla doesn't come breathing down your neck or whatever it is you said. But what if? How do we know that you're not wanting us to be a problem so that you can have somebody else come in and exterminate us?
Because I'll feed you all the shit you need to know to start problems. And if I betray you, fucking expose me. I'll tell you places and times. I'll give you location. Shit, I'll give you the exact north, south, east, west to put a bomb.
So what I understand with all of this is you're asking me, if we were to go with my nautical history, you're asking me to, and my fellow crew, to put up our pirating ways and become a privateer. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, not at all. Think of it this way. What makes a treasure more valuable?
When more coveted.
When the black flags are on it, it's more powerful. Way I see it, you start raising black flags around this city, we gotta do something about it, and that something is the way we've always done things in Atlanta since Talbot set it down all those years ago. We make agreements for the good of Atlanta.
And what if the Camarilla decides that they want to replace you because they don't want you to make any more treaties?
Oh, that'd be real fucking cute if they tried.
They could. They might.
Darling, they couldn't.
Seems very self-confident.
Really big ego. Like, no offense to you, Gordon, but
Oh.
maybe a little bigger than yours.
Oh. Well, that hurts. But all right, I'll take it. Constructive criticism, as it say. All right.
I speak from experience. The way we do the gang roll around here, you get to be Primogen by beating everyone else. I didn't want to be Primogen, I wanted to be Prince.
Oh, that title.
And
But I thought you said
the
you
thing
didn't
is,
want the job.
I don't give a shit about being Prince. I give a shit about making sure nobody else can fuck over my city. If that means I gotta put on a fancy fucking crown for it, I'll do it.
Well, he has some good points.
Feel free to think it over. You got my number now.
I do like causing a little bit of mischief here and there and everywhere.
We need to discuss this on the drive back.
Tell you what. When I finish my night, I'll drop you a line. We got treaties with all the supernaturals, and that would help you, I'm sure. So I'll drop you a line with some mischief. You take me up on any of it, I'll consider us a deal.
Agreed. Would any of those include perhaps locations of some of the Second Inquisition?
We can't touch them just yet,
You
but I'll tell
can't.
you where to avoid. Trust me, don't touch them just yet. Unless you want to see 4 of those, or a second of you, or if you want to know just what it's like to have oblivion fire force through your veins, you don't want to touch them right now. They're too powerful, and we're doing something on the inside. We get this agreement going, I'll bring you in on it.
I think that's fair, Gordon.
What are you doing? Yeah?
Trust me, I've seen what they do.
All right. We'll think it over.
I'll send you some mischief. I hear you done any of it, I'll consider it a deal.
Agreed. Well, this was much more of a calmer night than I expected.
Granted, if you had started a fight with Mel, I would have just firebombed your house in the daytime and woken you up to see it.
Oh, he's a feisty one. I like him.
We could have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, my intent was never to actually harm anybody unless I had to.
I
None
figure.
of us. Mark was more of a guest than ever, just more of an incentive.
Right. No harm, no foul.
I'm sure. You're wondering what the fuck we're doing in the Camarilla.
Always.
Mel really drilled that point home. Thing is, you got a Camarilla that's now being run by people who don't agree with a single spit of the Camarilla.
I really hope so. I really do.
I mean, time will tell whether or not you're actually telling the truth or just full of shit. So,
Do yourselves a favor and find information if you can about the final nights in Atlanta. Might drive the point home on how serious I am. You ever wake up one day and realize you thought you had 100 friends, families, brethren, and you're the last one there?
Trust me, I know that far more than anybody.
I'll do anything to make sure it doesn't happen again. That includes taking a title of a prince. That includes making nice with Anarchs. Shit, that includes talking to the Sabbat. Whatever it takes. City over sect.
And at that, I think you see Gordon just look at him and then kind of lean forward and then just hands out his hand. Good man. Well, that was really boring. That was really... I really
now
wanted
if-
to...
no offense to you.
If
Nothing
y'all want
against
to,
it,
if y'all
I-
want to have some fun, there's a bar across the street, 6 feet under.
It's called 6 feet under, or is it actually
No,
6 feet
It's
under?
called 6 feet under.
That's even more boring.
If you ever need, consider this my show of good faith. The woman that runs it. Also, that's our blood bag safe zone. Don't take blood bags from nowhere you don't know. The SI got their hands in that too.
Good to know. Thank you.
No,
They're tracking people with tainted blood.
Bastards.
Just know 6 feet under is always a safe spot. at least for the blood. Waffle House, that's your own shit.
Well, that's
I'm going ahead. Goodbyes are awkward.
Did my majesty have any effect on him at all?
No, quite the opposite. You found yourself more drawn to him.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, what an engaging guy.
That's stunning merit, though.
Hey.
And so Alpha just kind of gets up, waves to y'all, and walks out, and you see from the shadows a man in a black suit steps out, shakes hands with Alpha, and escorts him into the shadows.
I knew it.
You knew he wouldn't come alone.
Yeah,
Of course.
of course not.
Well, I guess if we get our text message, then we will find out whether or not he's full of shit.
Well, until then,
What if the mischief is boring?
we can spice it up. Always have.
Fantastic.
Alright.
I love it when you say that.
Hey, I know how to talk.
At this point, it's all good faith gestures because of politics. Boring.
Well, sometimes you have to play the game, I suppose.
If you want to win, yes.
Well, until then, Waffle House. Or just 6 feet under. We could meet our new friend. What is her name? The spellcaster.
Talia.
Talia.
She was pretty.
Yes, let's go see Talia.
All right. And then that's what we have.
All right, and so to our coterie, as you all have gathered at the penthouse tonight, with Mel, with research papers strewn about the room, working. And Mel, what are you looking into?
Well, they're strewn about, but they haven't been touched in a while because I'm just kind of sitting and kind of blankly staring down at a spot that doesn't really have anything that you should be reading for that long of a period of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just kind of not present in the papers that are there, but they've been moved around, but just not in the last 10 minutes or so, maybe.
Okay. And Anton, you do see Mel kind of mulling over some paper, seems to be a little out of it, and Cyrus, you arrived shortly before, and Mel is just in her own little world.
Yeah, at this point I'm just sitting like next to Mel, like seeing that she's zoned out, not on the papers, and taking the opportunity to ask her questions about stuff she filled me in on. So it's an honest to God pirate? Like full regalia?
Yeah.
And twins.
Yes.
Sounds like genres.
They were honestly a bit of a stereotype.
I mean, it's not the worst encounter you could have had.
No, as a matter of fact, I felt a lot of familiarity spending time with them, and it's made me a little uncomfortable.
Echoes of the past.
Yeah, I remember feeling and thinking that way and doing things that way, and I remember the body count that had resulted. And you've now met John Baptiste. He can tell you some of the terrible ways in which I expressed my freedom and need for justice, and how he saved me from that.
I don't need to talk to him for that.
Wow.
You hide it under diplomacy and bargaining, but the cap isn't all the way screwed on.
Tell that to them. They seem to think I'm some sort of a political. I don't even know. It was very strange to be having this conversation with people who I found to be so similar to at one point in my life, and yet so different from now.
First meetings are not always true to who you are. You put on a face. Everybody puts on a face for a first meeting because they're trying to make the impression for the impression that you are to make of them.
I guess that's true.
No one's gonna actually get to know you from a single talk. They get to know whatever you put forward, just as you know whatever they put forward. For all you fucking know, he's not actually a pirate and he bought all that stuff at the costume shop. You won't know until you meet them again. It's all presentation.
Well, I would it matters to me because I see where they're coming from, and I feel that draw to chaos and that need for anarchy all the time. I just know that my life has been better, or unlife has been better, since I have found order in that chaos and can create order in that chaos by righting wrongs and solving injustice.
And frankly, if you can relate to them at all, then that actually shows some hope that perhaps they will understand the good that comes of order from chaos. Because if you couldn't relate to them whatsoever, that means that there would be no conversation to have.
Well, I hope that Alpha, having this information, will, be amenable to writing things into our Constitution now that take into account that there are different sects in the city and that we are more apt to welcome and less apt to blood hunt. Although I obviously do not include Sabat in that, as they are outwardly aggressive to us all the time.
The Atlanta Sabat, Alpha and I share in common that we hold this city very dear. The Sabat did not. They value control. So I feel confident that Alpha will do what is best for this city, whether it is negotiating with them or raising the fucking ground.
Well, I can't say that I have as much loyalty to the city necessarily so much as the community in which we're in right now. And if that's the city, then that's so be it. But everybody deserves a fair shake, and they're everybody.
This is
so
true.
They deserve a fair shake, and however we can make that happen is for the best. I just hope that between now and then we don't have any more unnecessary run-ins.
You have any thoughts on this? Nothing behind the eyes?
Yeah, and you kind of, Cyrus is like, just like Treasure Island.
The pirate part, or?
The book?
If he's Tim Curry.
Got the feeling it was a little different.
What are we talking about? Sorry.
Whether or not negotiating with Anarchs is going to turn out okay.
Depends on what they want.
Freedom seems to be all they want.
It's such a nebulous concept, though. Like they said, if you say you want freedom, what exactly do you mean you want freedom?
I just don't think they want to be hunted, and I don't think they want to have bureaucracy put upon them. I don't think they want rules, and...
Nobody does.
Well, I think that they're willing to follow the Masquerade, so what more do we really need to ask from them? Truly, honestly, what more do we need to ask from them?
I imagine...
They don't want strings.
that
Do we need to give them strings?
they probably think that they are already there.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I mean, consider the fact that we had an entire election in secret of this city. Until you met with them, it sounds like they didn't even know that this was possible, and they were expecting the same highfalutin bullshit that every other city gets. We have our own brand of bullshit. They have not experienced yet.
They certainly thought that I was a traitor to the cause.
And of course they would. You're a bruja in the Camarilla.
I just, it'd be better for everybody if we could find common ground. And I'll be honest, I don't know how much more we can reorganize this Camarilla before it is no longer the Camarilla at all.
Well, then maybe it won't be the Camarilla. Maybe it will become something new. Maybe we wind up with a fourth sect. Just subdivide it down even more. Maybe it finally becomes the thing that bridges the gap.
We can only hope.
All I know is that I have felt more comfortable here than I ever did before the final nights. And it's because of the variation to things.
It's definitely been nice knowing and interacting with everyone and not feeling as though we have to be so hidden all the time.
So courtly all of the time.
That as well.
Give up the Anarchs bullshit for a change.
I appreciate not having to bow and curtsy to Alpha. I think I would tear my own legs off if I had to do that.
Honestly, true. Even Talbot was a bit of a change from that.
He still required some level of...
Beheading?
Well, yeah. Wow, that was a night, wasn't it?
You're telling me. It's no wonder everybody gives me the fucking name. I got the present for you, by the way. I dig it out and you said you like red, yeah?
I do.
They said it's tactical. It has a hood. I think that's what they mean by tactical. I don't know how many knives you can hide in it, but you can find out.
I will.
Call it a welcome back present.
Good to be back.
Has he seen Mark yet, storyteller?
Mark is in the room.
Okay.
Have
they
you...
been introduced or anything?
I've been talking to you,
Nope.
so I haven't done it.
Mark's like, oh, it's the gun one. Mark is very, like, he's not approaching Cyrus. He's just kind of, like, sitting there, just checking his phone and trying to not be a part of the conversation and give you guys your space, because Mark understands all too well from everything they would talk about that this is far beyond his understanding.
Excuse me.
So, okay, well then Mel is going to, like, go over and, like, kind of gently, like, stand Mark up and turn him to Cyrus and say, Cyrus, this is Mark. I know we haven't formally introduced you yet.
Hi. I'm Mel's ghoul. Oh, you are scary.
Be nice, Mark.
He grows on you.
You told me he has a lot of guns. I'm like predisposed to be nervous around that.
That's fair. Lots of tactical training.
Oh, okay, so we probably get along. Actually.
Yeah, I actually, as a matter of fact, I think you guys have way more in common than you and I might, but...
Yeah, I'm a former Secret Service.
Former special ops.
Oh, special ops, nice.
And then that was taken from me, and I was raised in the Banu Hakim to be an absolute killer and assassin with no memory of my past before that. It's nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you, too. That's
A lot in common.
And then I'm just gonna turn him back around
I'm gonna
and sit him back down. All of that to say, Cyrus, should you ever need backup that is more handy with a firearm than any of the rest of us, he would be the person to ask. So
Yeah, I'm here for all of you.
he's very astute, and he's very strategic, and he is very stealthy. So you guys have that in common.
You really did read my resume.
I very well.
It's my replacement. I see how it is.
It's not a replacement.
No, dude. The stories they told me about you, absolutely not.
And I wouldn't drink from you, Cyrus. You're a nice guy and all, but
You know I'd kill you before I'd let that happen.
I know that. I do know that. I'm pretty sure there's at least 3 times you've come close to killing me, isn't there?
Probably.
Yeah.
But it would on purposely not, because if I was trying, you'd already be dead.
That's 100% correct. I believe that.
And Catherine pops in. I think you're making everybody a little uncomfortable, dear.
I'm being nice.
No, just like talk brighter at people.
Is he saying it out loud? Is he
Oh,
saying
I-
these things out
of
loud?
course,
Yeah.
100%
Okay,
He's
great.
like-
Okay.
She's like, no, just a little less Sam the Eagle, maybe a little more, Bean, Bunny. Okay, maybe not Bean, maybe a little more Rolf. Rolf is a nice one. He plays the piano.
I don't.
I could teach you.
What if I... Alright, fine. I promise I won't kill you.
Oh,
Waka waka.
Cyrus,
That was wonderful, dear.
Mel is like genuinely like touched by that. Like,
And Anton is processing.
well, I think with that we've got to keep continuing on with these wins. What's the plan for tonight?
And how do I see Mel and Mark?
So Mel is smaller, red fur with similar to Thomasina with the proper wig. Mel has a proper wig, blonde, pulled back. She has a little pink nose and silver and black eyeshadow and a little spike leather jacket. And Mark looks completely human.
Okay. Got it. Yep. Fair. Yep. Good.
He's Michael Caine.
Cyrus is Michael Caine.
All right. But you weren't here yesterday. I am not sure if you were filled in, but I've been staked and torpored. And for the past, I don't even know how long, year it's been. But it was by Dot, but it was for my protection while Amon was out. But from my understanding, Amon is gone. So I'm back. And I'm not anyone anymore. My old persona, Ryan, doesn't exist. And I am not Banu Hakim. I am just Cyrus.
Well, you're a shepherd. And she kind of like says that to him.
While they're doing that, I lean over to Mark and just sort of whisper, should I tell him it's been more than a day?
I think just let him have this, man.
Okay.
And about this time, there is a knock on the door. And with that, we are going to take our break.
Yay.
So we're going to get some water, stretch our legs. You guys do the same. And we will be back in just a little bit. Welcome back. And so, Coterie, you have had a knock on the door, and calling through the door is Alpha, going, "Hey, it's me, we need to talk."
Let's go open the door. I'm already standing up.
And so when you open the door, you see Alpha standing there with a woman with long, straight, dark hair that goes all the way down to her thighs. She has, like, a scarf tied around her head. She's got, like, a crocheted cardigan, like, a little hippie patterned long shirt. Like, the big, wide, like, those pants that look like a bandana material. She very much looks like she works at Phoenix and Dragon, but is probably the most stereotypical person at Phoenix and Dragon. He goes, so this is Samantha. Hi, I'm Samantha.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
That you are.
He goes, yeah, she does that. She's helping me try and locate Tabitha. Yeah, I'm helping try and locate Tabitha.
That you are. Come on in.
Yeah, let's go. And Alpha just walks in with her, and you can tell he's long past tired of her. Mm-hmm. It's probably only even been 5 minutes, and he's tired of her. He goes, she's the new therapist over at the Lost Child School. She's helping the ones that had to go through the final nights and the shovel heads and everything. Just
you will be so busy.
Just helping them get acclimated. She came into town, had a degree in psychology. I figured it was a good idea. She's like, yes, I have a degree in psychology, so we thought it was a good idea. But, I want to help out the students, and it seems the Ventru Primogen has been abducted, and I'm told that is more important.
She does speak. It is much more important, this. Thank you very much. Don't worry, you will have plenty of work on your hands in this city. It's very nice to have you.
Thank you. Can I sit down?
Anywhere, please, yes.
Okay.
Mel is very unsure and uncomfortable with this.
I'm like holding onto a thread because Alpha brought her in.
Yeah.
And Alpha is like, seriously, don't mind her. She, I don't know, she's got mental stuff. She's like currently scanning for Tabitha, so I'm going around with her. But I wanted to stop by. Met with Gordon. He's interesting.
Is he actually a pirate?
Yes.
Okay.
Completely.
I told you it was this literal book definition. I have seen pirates. I know what they
can
look
dress
like.
up however they want to. I didn't know.
Yeah, wasn't your daddy a pirate?
Yes, he was.
I
Among
wonder
other
if
things.
they know each other.
That would be something worth knowing, I suppose.
Could be a bonding moment, or could be a death threat moment. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's real true. You might want to be careful with that one.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So yeah, Tabitha's been got. I'm going to assume by them.
Mm-hmm.
But the meeting went okay.
Went real well, actually. I'm just finding it a little funny that they said, okay, you can have this hostage back. JK, we're taking another one. But I guess it keeps us in line.
Suppose so.
Cyrus, how you doing, man?
I'm alive.
That would be a definite marked change from our current situation. You know, being dead and all.
I guess I'm unlive.
There you go. You got jokes now. I like it.
He has jokes.
I have a new perspective on unlife, if you will.
That can happen when your sire gets ashed by head of the SI.
There's also a lot that you find when you're, staked through the heart.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know until Dot told me. She said, hey, by the way, I've been holding Cyrus this whole time. I fucking thought you were off doing your own Banu Hakim shit.
We also thought this as well.
Mm-hmm.
She told me she had you, said it was for the best, so I'm gonna have to trust her on this one. Since you haven't killed her, I figured you would if it was bad.
It was good.
All
And
right.
it was for the best, because I would not have stopped, and I probably would be dead.
All right. And he's kind of catching up with you guys. And Gordon, you guys notice Alpha's also texting while he's talking to you and catching up. And he's vaguely filling you in on the details, just like he's not telling you what they planned, but he's telling you like they talked, the kind of things he said about y'all, the kind of things that he thinks about them. And Gordon, you get a text that says dealer's choice. And it's got a bomb emoji bulleted list of 5 locations.
Okay, what are the locations?
So the locations are the Spaghetti Junction eyesore, which is an abandoned building
Okay.
that is very obvious from anyone passing through Spaghetti Junction. It's probably, I think it's maybe 15 stories tall.
Okay.
Half-built building that was never finished. But everybody knows that building. And he puts like star emojis by it and puts most popular. And then
Do I know what it's being used for? Why he wants to bomb it?
You would have passed it so often that you get the idea that this is the most visible
Okay.
out of the list.
Oh, okay, just to create havoc is
Yeah.
what this. Okay.
And then there are 2 more locations that are warehouses in industrial districts. And he has in parentheses empty, meaning no people.
Okay.
So free of innocence. And then he has a Oglethorpe University building.
Okay.
And then there is the Callenwald Estate, which is the former home of the Coca-Cola family, which is now a fine arts center.
Fantastic.
And that one, in parentheses beside it, it says, please no, but I understand if that means yes.
So I look at it, and I kind of just point it and share it with you two. Well, this looks fun.
Why do we have to just pick one?
Oh no, I wasn't going to just.
Oh, good.
I do need
I was
to.
nervous about that for a minute.
We do need to check one thing though, and I turn around and text
Diesel.
Diesel. How many bombs do we actually have?
And Diesel responds.
It's not even like no, it's just the bomb emoji and a question mark, and then the number, like the hashtag.
Yeah, and Diesel responds with 3 briefcase emojis
Okay.
and a picture of his face clawed up, and it says, "Please give me work soon."
I just said kinky. I send it, and then I go.
And he sends back a like sweating, stressed emoji.
Oh, you chose this. I'm like, I think he's met his match. Good on him. About time. Indeed,
More than
yes.
he can handle.
Sometimes you get a little bit
And
of a
you would know,
challenge, right?
on average, for the messages you have tried to send in the past, it takes 5 briefcases to do 1 large building.
Oh, so we only have 3 though.
Yeah, so you have you could handle a medium to small building. And looking at your list, you could either 3 briefcases would probably take down the Spaghetti Junction eyesore. It's in such bad shape. It could definitely do the 2 warehouses. It cannot do the last 2 bullet points.
It could blow a hole.
I mean,
Yeah, it could blow a hole, but it's not gonna be as damaging. The first option would be the most obvious, but only about half as devastating. Second 2 would decimate it, but not be as obvious, and the last 2 would be only a hole, not much of a message.
I type in, could you get more?
And
And I send him the list.
yeah, and he replies, but his message is full of typos, and you get the idea that he is trying to tell you it would take about a week to get more, but he says that the Spaghetti Junction eyesore is in bad enough shape that he knows where to put it structurally.
Okay. All right.
But it's still full of typos along with a help.
And I just type in, love you, buddy. And then I go, well, bad news, ladies. It seems like we may need to just pick one for now. We just don't have enough firepower. Not enough bang for our buck, as they say.
Yet.
Yet. It'll
But
take
soon,
us about a
right?
week. Well, a week, which is unfortunate. But we could at least make a little bit of a statement. What do you think about the first one? Feels like that's the one that's going to get the most attention.
I fucking hate that thing.
Well,
I'm fine with making it go.
There we go, then.
Big boom.
And I circle.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
I circle that one on the, like, I do an edit and circle it, and then send that, and then a bunch of heart emojis.
Okay. And Diesel responds back with heart emoji, and then some emojis that are probably the ones around the heart emoji, and another heart emoji.
Oh, remember to tell him to keep the primogen.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he can't get rid of her.
Yeah. I say, be sure to keep taking them on dates.
And he responds back with just a row of stress sweat emojis.
That's what you wanted, buddy.
he replies with, I made bad choices.
Oh, we learn from our own mistakes. I trust in you.
And he responds with, should have taken the Malkavian.
Oh, tell him knowledge is power.
Knowledge? It's actually just a book and then an arm symbol.
He responds back with, butterfly, rainbow,
Oh
book.
my god.
And
I
so,
sent a gif of God,
LeVar Burton.
yes, thank you, LeVar Burton, and just going, like, just making a heart shape if there's one or something like that, and then just be like, ding, send it off.
and you get a response from Alpha that says, any look good, I need to orchestrate a fight.
Oh. I mean, they all kind of look good, but unfortunately, we only have enough for one, and let's go with the most visible.
And you get a response from him that says, hang around after you do what you do. Gotta make it look like a confrontation.
Looks like we're about to get into a little tuffle.
Oh.
Not that I'm opposed, but I'm getting this feeling of being played a little bit.
Well, we've always gotten out of it before, even if it is the case. And then you see him like, I have been itching for a little bit of a confrontation. Feels a little tame recently. And then when he does that, like, electrical sparks go across his arm. Because I believe just a minute too. I could just be saying something and not actually. But I'm pretty sure.
I know what you're planning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We got that.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
What is it the kids say these days? Fuck around and find out?
Oh, yes.
Well,
Yes.
I do like the first part though.
I mean, same.
And on that note, so you guys have caught up with Alpha completely,
Like,
and he's finished texting and put his phone away.
storyteller note. Completely, or has he left anything out? Like,
Yeah, like, would we be able to tell that he's giving us a half a story?
Or do we know that he's giving
No,
them
he's
stuff?
unfortunately putting a lot of mustard on just how attractive he finds the Anarchs and how uncomfortable that makes him.
I'm making sure that we don't know that he's giving a list of places to attack.
Yeah, I'm asking, like,
No,
is this
he's
something we'd be able to
Alpha's
find out?
always texting when he's with you guys because Prince shit.
No, I mean just
So
telling.
you-
I mean in terms of filling us in. I just
Oh,
want
no.
to make, I want to make sure.
Nope,
I want to make sure
not
we
at
don't
all.
know that. That's the important part. Okay.
Not at all. He's just pretty much like, and they're just really hot, and that's kind of bothering me. Because any other time, absolutely. But I think as a prince, I'm technically not allowed to do that. But
I kind of wish you took me.
We're rewriting our own documents there, Alpha. I'm pretty sure you can do what you want.
Amendment 69.
Not that I'm advising it.
Legally,
Nice.
that means you have to have 60 amendments before it.
Oh, fuck. You're
Well,
right.
there will definitely be 67 items that we need to write into it.
That's very true. I assumed it was going to be like that. I had plans for Amendment 69 because I figured you were going to do some shit.
I'm not the one trying to do some shit.
I know.
All due
but
respect.
I'm getting word, though, that there might be a bit of a... You know, apparently, since they took Tabitha, they're still clearly not adhering to things the way that they should. So I need you guys. I'm going to be sending some folks with you. But I would like for you guys to kind of keep an eye around the Spaghetti Junction area. I'm getting word that seems like they're coming out of College Park. And after the Waffle House thing, I really don't want to get surprised.
Is there another haven there that you know of?
I mean, I think Tabitha owns that building. That big, ugly one.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she just keeps trying to drive up the price. Or rent it out to some fucking zombie film, I'm sure.
Probably. And I'm looking between Cyrus and myself and just go, if we encounter anybody, how valuable are these negotiations? AKA, how much do you want us to react?
I mean, the negotiations are pretty fucking valuable. Don't use your fucking tank gun. But
We need to know these things ahead of time now.
I'd say don't kill anybody you find.
But I can shoot off a few limbs.
Sure.
See, this is good to know.
I would love to not go. I would love to not have to go on a mission where the expectation is a confrontation.
Well, that's why I want to make sure that we at least have a ceiling limit.
But it sounds like
Every lost childer you pick up could be a confrontation.
right. But I just spent a significant amount of time with them trying to avoid confrontation.
Well, if it is them, avoid further confrontation.
This is the information I want to know.
All right then.
All right, I'm gonna go keep looking for Tabitha with Samantha here. I'm Samantha.
Yes, you are.
So am I, storyteller, just aside, when he said she's scanning, that means that what she is presenting to us now is not who she is, it's just what she's capable of while she's scanning? Or is this who she is?
You kind of get the idea that she is so preoccupied, she's only clicking in and repeating things like when she hears it.
I see. So
she hears her name and she's like, I'm Samantha.
Okay.
Like, because she's very much, like you can tell when someone just has a lot on their mind.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she's doing. She's very much like processing and thinking and everything, and then just like pops in when she can tell something's happening.
So Mel would not have gotten the feeling that like maybe this isn't the best person to be the therapist. Like she wouldn't have felt.
No, you kind of get an idea that she's kind of like a hippy dippy kind of therapist.
Okay.
Like she's probably one of those therapists that like her mode is really making you believe in yourself than the Santa Santa.
Okay, got it.
It seems like she is probably a proactive element against the kerfuffle over Pippa.
Okay, great. Well, then I definitely am on board with that. So.
Yeah, and Alpha would have explained that to you during the conversation of just like, you know what, you were right about what Tilly does, and since Tilly's being dealt with, we need somebody who can handle these kind of things.
Yeah.
So I brought in Samantha.
Okay, yeah. I would be very satisfied with that then.
All right. Well, let me grab my things then.
And I'm gonna look to Mark and be like, you know the drill.
He's like, so good to be back at it. All right.
Can we describe how they get kitted up together? I want like a full montage of them getting their kit together.
I go first, Shay.
I mean, Cyrus is pretty much already ready.
Yeah.
He came.
Yeah,
ready.
Cyrus is ready at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's pretty basic. I put on just like the little like side pouch, not the full backpack, and then I get hungrier and I take some peeper in my hand, cut my hand, light it on fire. Yeah, it's critical. And I put the ashes out and just smear straight down as they absorb into the shirt.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, good to go.
Mel, how are you getting ready?
I don't have anything to bring, but I've got me, and I definitely get hungrier. And I'm gonna activate toughness, just for the sake of it, because I am not proactive. I am reactive.
Okay.
So just kind of
Fantastic.
getting myself prepared if there should be something.
Okay. And Gordon, you do receive a text from Alpha that says, sending shepherds because people know I trust them. Don't kill them. Feel free to rough up a little bit.
Oh. Looks like we have to go in a little measured.
Wait, what?
He says, you'll have more fun later when I can spare the people.
And I text back, seems like I'm taking a lot of orders.
And he responds with, no, consider this a first date.
Oh my god.
Oh, well then, I'm expecting flowers and some chocolate. And I don't put out on the first date, just to let you know. Or I could. I mean, really depends on what you bring.
And he responds with, flowers and chocolate it is. And don't worry, I don't put out on the second date.
Oh, he's got standards. I like him. All right. So I'm assuming that means, who am I fighting exactly here?
You would know he is probably sending them,
Okay.
because within the Camarilla, they are viewed as like the kind of people he would send
Okay.
for a potential problem. So he's saying like, look, I have to call the cops, and you're gonna have to fight the cops, but don't kill them. We just gotta do a thing.
All right. Gotcha.
So it's very, do whatever you want to do, and then we gotta have this little performance,
Okay.
and that'll kick it off.
Got it. Got it. Well, showtime.
Ooh. Ooh.
Looks like we have to put on a little bit of a performance.
Looks like you might have fun later. And
I
a
mean,
different way.
Alice, don't be rude.
we'll see.
While you're showing it to her, a shirtless pic does ding in.
Ooh.
I still got it.
Good job.
Well, shall we get prepared?
We should.
And we start heading over.
No.
All right. And so you guys do arrive and nobody is around. There's a parking lot. The parking lot is very overgrown with plants coming through the concrete, and you can kind of see now why Diesel was fine with this building, because it looks like a strong wind would topple it over. It's miraculous it's still here.
I look at the building and I text Diesel. I'm like, do we really need 3 suitcases for this? I feel like we could just huff and puff and it'll blow over.
And you see from a busted out window, Diesel comes and leans out like this.
Oh, there he is.
And I
He
type
goes,
in, where's
almost
your date?
done.
I was like, where's your date?
And he like scurries back inside and then comes out, and he's holding Tabitha, but she is practically Hannibal Lectered to a dolly. and he's like, too much.
Oh, look.
He met his match.
Too much.
He's being ingenuitive, though.
This is true.
But it seems so brutish. Come on, man, you couldn't do better than that. Treat your lady nicely.
And he replies with, she bites and scratches.
Kinky.
Not in a fun way.
But it
Still
could be.
kinky.
No. And he wheels her back in, and it takes him about 15 minutes, but he comes back down, and he just gives you a thumbs up and heads to his car and like loads her into the back of it.
I think the entire time I'm just watching the process, fascinated by it, just like looking at it.
He's very much like just, I have to deal with this.
You brought it on yourself, buddy.
Yeah. You can tell he's very much, he chose what he thought was the most powerful primogen, which also meant he chose the biggest problem. and so he's just like,
When does it go off?
back up.
Well, and we run back.
And you guys get kind of to the back of the parking lot, and he signals for you guys to get behind some of those cinder block barricades, because there will be a lot of dust and debris. And as you guys are heading over, you get almost to Spaghetti Junction, and it sounds like huge fireworks start going off. Just a loud, thunderous ripple through the highway, and up ahead, you see cars start slamming on their brakes. And I am actually going to roll for Mark and see how he does with what is happening in the traffic.
I also rolled for prowess, and this happened.
You get double hunger.
Double hunger.
I'm 4 hunger now of my 5.
You grab,
And so
you grab some bags on the way out?
your
Did
beast,
we grab bags?
That's up to you.
I know Mel did not.
your beast is clawing up your throat,
This is not gonna be pretty.
a burning feeling in the back of your throat, nausea. It is a very much priority for you to feed. And Mark rolled well enough to avoid the cars and get off at the first intersection.
Do you
that he
need me to
sees.
drive or roll drive? Because I am in my truck.
Oh, you are in your truck, so
Oh, yeah.
yes, please roll your dex and drive.
2 successes.
Okay, so you managed to swerve off into the shoulder and almost hit someone, but you maybe traded a little paint, but that's about it. But everyone is slamming on their brakes, and sliding about on the highway as you guys look up, and you're seeing all this happening in the traffic, and then you happen to notice as the spaghetti eyesore starts to just implode in on itself, and dust starts to cover the highway. And for Gordon and them, you guys are behind it because you are being hit with a tidal wave of dust and particles.
I think like Gordon is like facing against the wall, but like almost conducting it as though it's like a musical that's happening behind him. He's like, yeah.
Well, of all the things they could have destroyed, I almost want to thank them.
We're still in the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have been in the front seat with Mark.
Yeah.
And I had a hold of his wrist, and I'm holding it so tightly that it's bleeding.
Yeah.
And I think he would know what that means
Yeah,
at this
and
point.
Mark's just like, it's okay. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got us.
She's like literally like shaking, but not because of, maybe he doesn't know then.
Yeah. And he's like, we're heading there, right?
Yes, now. Stop.
Okay.
Especially.
And so Mark begins to book it there, and right as the dust is beginning to settle, you see the fog of headlights coming through the dust.
Dance partners.
Dance partner. Put on your best foot.
And it is hard for you all to see in this, and you do see two sets of headlights.
So Cyrus is not going
Oh,
directly there.
Cyrus is not going there.
Nope.
Okay.
He is going to an adjacent building where he can get eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate Silence of Death and Unseen Passage.
Okay.
You're on that one. And
I think Sounds of Death is free.
I thought the
Yeah,
one-
Signs of Death.
Yeah,
Sounds of
okay.
Death is free.
Haha, there's only one.
Okay. And you will know with your unseen passage, you will need to be careful because any large particles would knock you out of it.
I think I would also activate Silence of Death. Actually, instead, I kind of look at him and was like, would you like to perhaps to distract them a little bit?
Absolutely.
And I'd like to use Masks of 1,000 Faces.
Okay. That will turn you into whoever you would like to look like.
Just a general person.
Yeah, and I'd like to look like someone who's a general person that got, unfortunately,
Who was just unfortunately nearby.
Nearby
An
in
urban
this wreck.
explorer.
yeah, like an urban explorer or something that was unfortunately caught up in this wreckage and kind of and I instantly take some like dirt and just kind of put it on my face,
Yeah.
and then I start like pretending to limp and
Okay.
go up to them.
Okay. And so
Help, please help me.
you guys
Help.
pull up and Mark's like, oh fuck, there was a dude in there.
It is literally like Mel is just about to head right for them.
Yeah. And
So somebody's gonna have to stop her, or it's over.
yeah, no, you
whoever
guys
it
have
is.
pulled up, and it takes a bit to see him coming through the dust.
Okay.
At this point, it's kind of like a dust bowl situation for the next few minutes. And you see this man come through the dust, and Mark's like, oh, shit.
Oh, I should
And-
I didn't make a rouse check.
Yes, go right ahead.
Well, Mel thinks it's immortal, and that's
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 9. So
She's
yes,
gonna try
it
to
has.
eat him.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
He doesn't know
Exactly what is
this.
happening.
And Mark,
No.
Mark opens the door and gets out, and he's like, hey, dude, you okay?
It's just everything just came down at once.
Mel is like sprinting
Oh, shit,
now.
this is why you can't let people walk around these sites like this.
I'm turning on heightened senses and sense the unseen as I come out because I want to like see and hear through this, and I don't know where they are. I don't know who they are, so I want to see if I can see through any
You can
blockages.
see this gentleman who has walked up to you, the injured man.
Right, but with sense the unseen, do I see through the obfuscate that he's used, or
His mask of
No.
doesn't. Yeah.
it's I can see like concealed things on a contested roll. So
Unfortunately, with Gordon's age
Yeah.
and generation, you cannot see
okay,
through
so
it.
so I'm keeping it up for the rest of it, but it's, I also see Mark and Mel running towards him. So
I don't know if Mark's running. Mel is almost there now. Mark,
Yeah, Mark is running along with her because he has not picked up on it yet.
Oh Jesus! All right, well I'm on my way to attack him. Like literally
Yeah.
just to eat him. That's
boy.
the only number one problem.
Okay.
As you approach, he's like, "Oh, bless your heart, thank you."
And
oh,
she's gonna grab him and then try to like
I am gonna.
bite into him.
I actually am. I rolled a rouse check. So, in a blink, right before she grabs him, I'm behind her and just grabbed her by the collar.
And I'm
pull her back.
like a rabid animal at this
And
point.
Mark's like,
Mark, could you deal with this, please?
Like, just literally reaching out and, like, snarling and trying to, like...
Yeah. Mark, if you would handle this, please.
Okay, and he, like, takes hold of you, Mel, and he just, like, real quick from the wounds that you put on his wrist, he's just, like, forcing it against your mouth. He's like, shh, 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 shh.
How much can he give me? I'm at 4 out of 5 right now.
Probably
He can give you 2 before he gets weak,
Okay.
which will calm you down enough.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look over this person. Like, what? All right, so.
He's like, dude, do you need first aid? Because
I don't know. I think I sprained my ankle. Could someone take a look?
You probably sprained more than your ankle, buddy.
Sit down,
give
sit
me
down.
give me a sec. I'll get my first aid kit. Just sit down. And he's like force feeding Mel. He's like, I'll get to you in a
I'll
second.
walk with him as he's heading to the
Yeah, he's
car,
like,
like, just
"Let's
holding
go."
on to
And
his wrist as we
I'm
go.
crouching in front of him, seeing him watch that. Go, yeah, just sit here. You have it's a bit of trauma. Hopefully we'll be able to forget this. And I'm attempting cloud memory because I watched this dude watch Mel feed. So now it's a contested role because
You
you're
don't
not-
really get. It didn't look like Mel feeding. It looked like Mel was trying to attack this dude, and then Mark just.
I don't want this person to remember that.
Okay.
So he's gonna try.
So it's my charisma and dominate against your. I can't remember what it is.
My toughness wouldn't affect Mark anymore, would it?
No.
Okay, good. I don't want him to get more.
My charisma and dominate versus your wits and resolve.
Six. And I'm at 1 hunger still, so one of them needs to be a hunger dice.
Yes.
Okay.
So while that's rolling, Cyrus is getting up to where he can get a vantage point.
Yeah, there is a nearby office building,
Okay.
and you can see them vaguely through the dust because you're now above it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and he'll vanish. I do not get hungry, and silence of death. You know, as soon as he's inside, where he's not going to open any doors, he'll disappear. And then let me know if he's in a room or an office that he can see a vantage or something.
You would be in an office with a very large window that does slide open.
Perfect. As soon as he gets in, he immediately takes off his scarf, reaches into a pouch, pulls out a gold ring, slides it through the scarf, slits his wrist on his knife, dips both ends of the scarf in, ties it to the door as I use Shroud of Silence.
Wonderful.
God, I missed you, man.
What'd you get?
I got 3 successes.
I got 7 critical.
Oh shit!
Oh, God.
So you're gonna forget the past 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I just go.
Yeah.
Wait, would that then include my entire act of wanting to come over here?
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't know why you're here now.
Yeah.
Well, I know why I'm here.
Well, you don't know why you're here.
You don't know why you're in front of
Oh, and
why
then he
you're in
goes,
front of
I
them.
actually don't even know if he knows that he doesn't look like himself
Yeah,
right
you
now.
don't know that you don't look like yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I go look. Well, hello there. And then I would then. But I would know that, like, like.
You knew that they were gonna be
Actually,
here.
Yeah.
No, wait, hold up. I do have something. I don't know if it will work for this.
What's that?
Oh, it was here somewhere. Split second.
That'll work like that would work like.
Oh, but that's for the storyteller's events.
yeah. She can basically decide if you can do something like in like faster than a blink of an eye.
Right. So I was curious, would that work in this situation instead of contesting? Would I be able to use that?
You would have to know that he was trying to make you forget.
Oh yeah, so that wouldn't.
Yeah.
that wouldn't
So unfortunately, there was no indicator
Okay.
that he was going to do that. But like, if he was about to take a swing on you, you see that coming, and that would count.
Yeah.
Could I use? Well, I think that instead. I do have. I would imagine. Would I know of these? Like them being part of.
Yes,
Okay, so
you
I
do.
know them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do know them.
And
Okay.
I would have been within eyesight, right? Still?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. And I
Yeah, Mel is
clearly
in
don't look like I know
eyesight,
who
just
you-
off to the
Okay.
And
side.
I will say I clearly don't look like I know who you are, and I look like I'm here like administering care.
So at that point, like you just see him look at me like stare at you confused for a 2nd, and then he just kind of smiles. He goes, "Well, when did you get here?" And he will then cock back and use Fist of Cain.
If he's cocking back, then I'm going to activate rapid reflex design to blink.
I am going to let him use his split second.
Okay.
And so he is
So
going to
it'll
be
still be
able to
contest?
take. It's going to be a contested roll.
Okay.
So I need to do a rouse check first. Ooh, that is a 0.
That's a 10, so that's critical.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 10. Hey!
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh, thank God. I thought that was. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So your rouse check is critical. So go ahead and make your rolls for Fist of Cain.
For one scene, the user can inflict aggravated health damage to mortals and supernaturals alike while brawling, as they literally rend flesh and tear their opponent's limb from limb.
Yep. So
I
you're
didn't
gonna
do that
make.
very, very well, did I?
So
You're
you're
taking
no.
a hard
So
swing.
so you're gonna make me strength and brawl,
Okay.
and then the effects will be added to that.
Got it. So strength.
I'm guessing Dex Athletics with my skill already added in.
Storyteller, I'm gonna start still in unseen passage and silence of death. I'm gonna start looking out as if I'm kind of encircling, trying to
Okay.
get behind them
Okay.
while this is happening.
And Cyrus, you see, as you have your abilities to see, and Catherine's going, I see someone.
I see.
What do you think that little one's doing?
Something not fun. What do you think, Katie?
Well, you know I don't really care for your friends, so let's see what happens.
All right. We'll not take the shot.
That was 6 with 1 critical success.
So
Okay.
that's a critical then?
No.
Okay. Cool, because I got 7 non-critical.
Yeah. So it was 5 non-critical, and then 1 critical.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So he got 6 and I got 7.
Yes.
So you just punch the shit out of me. It's not like aggravated damage, but you hard sock me.
Yeah.
You are able to connect with him, and it does knock you back.
Yeah.
You can tell the force and power that came behind it.
And speed.
And speed. And it is kind of echoing through your chest just how hard he hit
Oh, did he punch
you.
me in the chest?
Yes.
Did you punch me in the chest?
I think I went for whatever. I think since you were leaning close to
Okay.
me, I would probably have gone for the
face? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good for
So
you.
yeah, your head feels like it could have spun around.
Okay. Oh, you have
And-
one.
And
Hello?
Cyrus, you see this. And Catherine goes, uh-oh.
Ooh. Hey, probably deserved it.
Probably.
But
Neat trick.
and
I know, right? It's quite fascinating. I love it myself.
and Cyrus will go, "You're my spotter, Katie. Let me know when I have a shot." While I'm shooting, and he'll just kind of track everybody in his sniper rifle as he
And
just
she goes, which one are we wanting to shoot? Are we shooting your friends if they fuck up, or are we shooting the other ones?
I don't know, Katie. What do you think?
I say let's see what happens.
All right.
All right, so Anton, as your block has been thoroughly knocked off,
Oh.
and Mel, you do hear the crack against Anton's face, and Mark goes, "Oh shit!"
Oh.
Well, Mel's gonna tear away then and start heading
Yeah,
back to the
and
fight.
your hunger does go down by 2. You had time to get 2.
So I've got 2 hunger still, but it's not 4.
Neat trick. And then with the blood in my mouth, I'm going to spit, and I'll be nice, Scorpion's touch at you. So you'll have to roll stamina plus, if you have fortitude, that, if not, occult. I got hungrier.
And
Then willpower.
Fortitude is a discipline, so if you
oh,
have fortitude, it
Where would I
should be down here. One of these may say fortitude. Unfortunately, I do not ST this show with my glasses on. Let me see here. You do not have fortitude, so you will use your occult, which is 2 dots.
Yep, stamina plus occult.
That's not a lot, but after 1 success.
No.
And you can choose to re-roll if you want to.
Yeah,
Your
I'd
willpower.
like. Yeah, I'll use my willpower and re-roll 3 of them. Okay. Oh, yeah, 4 success.
Okay.
Okay, so with my 8, you're going to take 4 non-halved superficial damage from a cloud of blood that just comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, and the
that
blood
is grotesque,
burns against
my
you.
dear.
And so you will take 4 superficial damage, which does not knock down your health bar. It's just kind of pain in the ass damage.
I decided to be nice on this one. There's,
Oh, you shouldn't have done that, my dear.
you shouldn't have punched me.
Well,
Now, is this what you look like? I was told that you were prettier than this.
oh. How would I get like this? Well, and I kind of do this, and then now you see...
There it is.
Not quite sure how I got here exactly. I believe we should have had a plan, but... Hello! Welcome! You must be the coppers.
I'm a little ick myself, but I'm Anton.
And Mel's gonna stroll up right now and say, "What the fuck did you call us?"
Oh,
The popo. The police. Sirens and all.
is this the pirate?
This is the pirate.
Arr.
No, I don't believe that part. Right.
I'm gonna be trying to make my way, like, now that they're bothing him, I'm coming up behind.
What is
So
What is-
you,
Betty doing?
Betty's just been hiding this entire
Okay.
time. Like,
With
in the
the-
shadows, just kind of.
with the organization of this situation, you are behind Mark. Mel and Anton are the closest to him. Mark's kind of like probably about 10 feet back, but he's like, shit, I just got back.
Storyteller? With my when I sense the unseen still up, do I see any unseen passage people walking around this area?
You would have to know where to look since you're looking at Gordon. No.
Okay, I'm looking just out, so I don't know if they walked
Nope.
behind him or not.
Yeah, you have to. You would have had to have seen not only with unseen passage, but through the dust, and the dust is only just now reaching about
Fair.
waist level.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
with detonations like this, it does take roughly about a half hour for the dust to fully settle.
Fair. Okay.
I lean past and look at Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hi,
Good to see you.
Gordon.
I didn't know you wanted to come meet all of a sudden.
I didn't know
Great.
this was what we were doing.
Storyteller, am I right that he's armed, right? Mark is like
Oh, absolutely.
kitted out.
To the teeth.
Yeah, okay, good.
He's like, hi,
I
Gordon.
missed you, buddy.
Missed you too.
So Betty has just been kind of like just hanging out, just kind of watching everything in the dust. She's gonna actually activate Silence of Death and walk up behind Mark and just kind of like go over here and just like, "Hi, sweetheart."
He's like, oh, god damn.
And Mel, like, he's right near us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
He's about 10, 15 feet behind you.
And she just showed up behind him.
You're closer to me than
You
him,
hear
though.
Mark go, oh shit, damn it.
I'll turn and look at that. What
You
the-
turn and you see Betty, and he's like,
Oh, I see. Okay, I can
As
see
soon as
through.
she
Yeah.
does that, I'm wrapping my arm around his neck. I'm just
Okay, yeah,
holding
that's,
him.
That's
he's like, oh.
And using dread gaze.
all right.
Okay. What do I roll? What is that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump in with prowess
Okay.
and basically try to let's see. I could body slam, but doesn't make sense. Oh, I want to sweep the leg.
Okay, sweep the
I'm
leg.
actually gonna go in like head down to like take her out from like the
Okay.
waist down.
So I'm using dread gaze.
Yep.
Okay.
So hold on.
Yeah. What do I contest with that?
And what hunger are you currently at?
3 now.
Okay, me too.
Okay. Okay. The hunger is starting to claw at you
Yep.
a little bit. It's starting to nag
And
against
it's
you.
gonna be charisma plus presence versus composure is off.
Thank you.
And and so also with everything you have activated, you have a +5 to your brawl.
Oh shit! Yay! All right. So with that, I think because he doesn't know about Cyrus up top, right? He's never seen
Yeah,
him at
he
all.
does. He doesn't know Cyrus from
sorry,
Adam's
yes.
house cat.
Yes. So, so the next person he sees, he's kind of already punched him, so he's going to go after the Bruja that he still has a little bit of a.
Well, the Bruja's on her way to take out Betty right
So
now.
he's chasing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk again very soon. And then he kind of, I think I have something speed related, right? Rapid reflexes. No, that's fleetness. Add celerity to your dice pool for non-combat dexterity tests. Traversal. No.
Traversal would let you
Yeah, that's not
scale things.
Like the highway.
no, actually, no. He's gonna stay on you. I think he's very confident that she has everything under control. So he goes, well, seems it's just you, mano a mano. Shall we? And then he goes for another punch.
Okay, well, my back is actually turned to you because I looked at this. I looked at the yell, and she's attempting dread gaze on me. So.
Oh, I'm attempting just dread gaze specifically on her because she was right there.
Okay. Oh, so not.
Oh,
so
no,
not,
no, I don't think I was.
I thought you were right next to Mark.
You're going for.
I was headed the minute you put your arm around him.
Right.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
looking
why
at
I
you.
did dread gaze.
I wasn't
so-
looking at you. I was already head down.
Yeah,
Like, that was
so-
not for me.
You can. I'll let you activate. So to go through the choreography of this scene,
Yes.
Anton
A lot
has
of parts.
turned from you. What you say to Anton, you can choose if that will turn you back towards him. Mel is focused on Mark, but running in your direction, Alice. So if you want to activate Dread Gaze, if she happens to catch your vision, that will cause the contested roll. So the second that you acknowledge Alice, we will have this contested roll.
I don't think I would have because when I said she was head down, like full on, like linebacker move. Like
Cool question. So in that position wise, so Gordon's here. Antoine is here with Alice behind him, holding him, and you're seeing.
Mark is.
Oh, sorry. You held Mark.
Anton is in front of you, turned around. Mark is about 10 to 15 feet from there.
Got
with
it.
Mel running at him, and the girls behind Mark.
Got it. So if that's the case, I'm like, oh, it's rude to turn your back on your friends.
I will turn back around at that.
And while you're turning around, I'll go again for another punch.
And given your quick reflexes, we will let the punch connect as you weren't looking at him.
Where are you punching me?
Well, he was gonna go for the back.
Like
So
a spine.
So you hit me in the chest?
Yeah, just
Okay.
one in the chest. So that is you said +5 to my brawl.
Strength and brawl +5.
Jesus Christ. That's all like 5 dice plus 5 dice. Okay.
what for? What was the modifier?
It's his Fist of Cane stuff.
Okay, Fist of Cane.
Oh boy, say that fast.
Almost sounds like fisticuffs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Yeah. So that's.
This is when we start getting into also a lot of house rules mixing with Raw for our viewers at home because combat is complicated.
So this is just the original 8. So that's 4 with 1 critical, and then I get to roll another 5.
Okay.
So that is 5 success and 1 critical. So total 6.
Okay.
6 with a crit.
So, first things first. So defy Bane to turn that into 6 superficial instead of 6 aggravated, so I don't almost die. And I got 6 critical on my Ward of Canites, so you take 3 aggravated damage from punching me.
Okay.
And it's gonna scare the shit out of you as you connect to the shirt and it just like flares.
Oh.
And this is aggravated, not superficial, so that's the hurt one.
Yeah, that's the big
You see, like the arm, like, oh, that's new.
You know,
Ow.
Alpha asked us to not kill you, but you're really trying me.
I was told I needed to make it believable. So,
I'm sorry, what?
what?
Betty is gonna walk up next to Mark and Alice.
I mean, what's gonna happen? I'm still running towards her. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Charging for like a
I
whole
was
scene.
resolving this in a second, and then we're
Well, we can hang off there because that's a good stop point.
okay. And so you've kicked on Dread Gaze. You're running towards Mark. Mark's like fuck.
Yeah.
And so as you see Mel running towards you, you've turned on Dread Gaze. Betty, what are you doing?
I was going to activate Awe
Okay.
and stand next to Alice and Mark and actually take my fingernails and dig it into his throat. Look at Mal and just shout, "Stop right here, or his throat is gone."
I don't think that's something. I mean, we can do a contested roll, but I've got
you can-
really high composure
You
intelligence.
can hear that. You can hear the words.
Yeah,
there.
you can hear the words. So it slows you. It doesn't stop your motivation, but physically, you have halted your running.
Okay.
But the motivation's still there.
Right.
You still want to do this.
Yeah.
But you have physically slowed down.
Okay.
And Mark's like,
And with her hands still around his throat, she's going to, I said, stop.
Okay.
Or I swear I will rip his throat out faster than you can reach us.
Let's see.
Mark's like, 4 months to die at this fucking
You're a
ugly
favorite.
building.
I think at that point, like, Gordon kind of leans and kind of looks at Alice and just kind of gives, like, a signal of, just be careful, like, not actually do it. But remember, we're trying to make it into a scene and not an actual
She's just
crime.
gonna kind of nudge Betty a little.
Too nice.
I'm gonna look back at whoever he's looking at.
Okay.
I'm gonna look back at whoever he's looking at. They're all hot. Great. You said
Do I hear that?
yeah.
I wink.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, I'm pissed off, so I'm gonna.
And Mark's like, Mel.
I'm like 2 hunger, and that was I did not get hungrier, and I'm gonna activate Spark of Rage.
Okay, so you
Mark is gonna flip his shit right now.
He's gonna lose it.
can induce a frenzy.
Or she can make Mark
Yeah,
riot.
or you can make Mark absolutely lose his cool.
I don't. Okay.
What manner of rage would you like to spark?
I was hoping more for like riotous anger between everybody directed at one person, even on the same team.
That would involve a mental manipulation.
Okay.
Spark of rage just kind of,
Flares everybody.
yeah.
So the vampires would frenzy, and the humans or similar would riot.
This would become a full riotous brawl.
Okay, well then I take that back. Forget I said anything. Sorry, Dylan. I did not know how
I
the
mean,
players
you're,
work.
Fun in that.
you're welcome to do.
Yeah, come on, where's the fun in that?
I know, but Mel's really. I don't know what. I mean, I just don't have enough to do, honestly. So I don't really know what to do here.
You are absolutely free to fight, and Mark would understand.
Yeah.
You know that Mark is the kind of those scenes from movies when someone's being held and they're like, I'll shoot this person. The person goes, just shoot through me to get them. That's Mark's feeling.
Yeah, but I want him to like fight back. He's not fighting back. So
Well, if
like,
you use Spark
yeah.
of Rage, he'll start fighting them.
yeah, but then he might get killed, and that's
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Oh, he will
so.
definitely be killed.
That would probably happen. And it would be an oopsie.
Did I do that? I'm so sorry. All right then. I got some help over here. I'm
little birdie.
gonna try to activate Earth Shook.
Okay, Earth shock.
Earth Shock, yeah.
Yeah,
Since she's facing them.
let's.
All right, I'm already at
Let's
2
do
hunger.
this.
Not at 3.
Woo!
And not at 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yay.
So I'm right. I'm aiming it towards them. General
Okay.
direction. I think
All
Mark's
right.
gonna get hurt too, but still.
Mark, thankfully, because he is a ghoul, he does have he is statted up to endure this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think we said
He might get a little roughed up, but he is meant to endure it.
Okay.
So you guys see that as she stops and you're trying to get her to stop, Mel, how would you describe performing Earth Shock?
Yeah, like full superhero landing pose, like literally like full like leg down on the ground, but with both fists too at the same time. So like getting down on my knee with both fists down.
Okay. And so for the 3 of you, and I will roll for Mark, please make me Dex and Athletics.
Yeah, Gordon, you're with me. You're over behind it with me.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're fine.
Oh, so I wouldn't have to.
We're out of the range.
Okay,
Those
so-
two and Mark are in range.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not a good roll for me. I got 2.
2, and how much for you, Betty?
Oh.
1 success, 1 failure.
And so as the earth beneath you rolls like a carpet, Mark goes flying but manages to land, just scuffing up his knee, and the 2 of you are sent flinging out into this parking lot, and you slam against the pavement, even skidding across it like a pebble on a pond. And you will both take 2 superficial damage.
Ouch.
For the road rash.
Gordon holding his hands.
Watching the show.
You all right?
Fine.
Oh.
Just a scratch.
I'm sorry, did you say make this look believable?
I said one no. Oh, come on, don't get distracted. You already broke my hand. Look at this, I'm so limp. Oh.
And Cyrus, Catherine is like,
Oh, it's getting fun down there. What do you say? I've got an idea.
I love your ideas.
Why don't we just... What do they say in the old movies? The old westerns. I don't know if you've seen it, but when they say, make them dance.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, let's make them dance. Kind of, let's just show them that you're like a little angel of death. We don't gotta do nothing. Just scare them a little.
All right, I can do that. Which one?
The ones I don't know.
All right.
I think your friends might get personal about it if you did it to them.
Yeah. And I would like to shoot off just Gordon's necklace.
Oh.
You do have unerring aim.
Yep.
I do have unerring
I
aim.
have
So it-
rapid reflexes.
I have unerring
unfortunately,
aim.
you would need to see him coming for
Okay,
that,
yeah.
and
But-
he has
He's a
unerring
sniper.
aim.
Okay.
So you will be able to move. So your rapid reflexes would kick in as soon as you know what's happening.
Okay.
So as you're standing there having this conversation about your broken hand, you feel the burn against your neck of a bullet as your necklace falls off
Okay.
and onto the ground. If you want to use your rapid reflexes to hide, have defense, that would kick in now before a second shot could go off.
Question.
Consider it like a surprise round.
Considering that he himself is a pirate, and I feel like a pirate would have a pistol on them.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You definitely have
So
guns.
as soon as that happens, like his years of training, years of just experience kicks in at that moment, and instantly, would he be able to tell the direction that the bullet came from?
Yes.
Okay.
With your training, you would know the rough trajectory of the bullet.
But you
and
would
so
not hear a shot.
Yes,
Yep.
you did not hear a shot. So I will say with rapid reflexes,
Okay.
you know the direction.
I also have
And
heightened
you-
senses.
Yes, and you have time to look where it's coming from, and it is not near you at all,
Because I
which
would,
would indicate a sniper.
so too far away, I would assume.
Too far away.
So what I would instead do is I would take out my pistol, almost as if though the bullet turned him in that direction, almost like a smooth motion. Something that you wouldn't think, what his demeanor up till this point, where he's been so laissez-faire and kind of just almost gruff looking, he just has something he turns into this very elegant movement, and then in that motion pulls out a pistol and points it directly at the direction of where the sniper is. And if he's looking, you can see him like almost pointing right at you, and kind of just does this like pistol like up and down, saying, "I see you." I do also have unerring.
Okay.
So would that?
you
be
would need to
something-
be able to see your target,
Okay.
because it doesn't. It's not like wanted. Your bullet isn't homing.
Okay.
But if Cyrus was close enough for you to see, it would hit.
Okay.
But you know the direction it came from. If you fired it, we would do a roll to see if it would hit Cyrus, but it's going to be a very high DC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Storyteller question: did we see that happen, or do we?
Yes.
Know? Okay.
You would have seen, for all what you guys would have seen, you would have seen Gordon turn with his necklace popping off.
I would just say, look around and see if I can. If I can't see anybody, then I'm just gonna. Gordon, darling, don't worry. I've got this, and I'm gonna use Predator's lure to try to pull him out of that building. And
Okay,
down to the ground.
so go.
So while that's happening, as he's looking, I got 11 successes on my firearm shot as 5 more shots go off around him, and as he looks, there's a smiley face shot into the ground.
I look at that and I look up and you just see him smile, like the biggest grin. He goes, and you see him mouth it because you can't hear it. He goes, "Cute."
Now who's getting distracted?
Mel has gone to help pick up Mark and like dust him off. And
Yeah, and Mark's just like,
Ooh, okay.
Should we go?
yeah, I think so.
like, the cops are gonna be coming.
Yeah, I think we should go.
Yeah, we use Predator's Lure, and I'm at hunger 4 now. And that's...
And that hunger is burning up into your throat.
Manipulation and presence versus composure and resolve.
I do have unswayable mind.
So that's
I don't know that counts.
It adds
That'll
to
give
the
you
pool.
a
It does?
bonus
Okay,
to it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And given that you also
Okay,
have
here.
Catherine in your mind, Cyrus, take an
Just
additional.
added two dice into it.
Cyrus, you'll take an additional 2 dice for Catherine.
So add
Got it.
Catherine and
Yep,
add
yep.
14.
Oh yeah, she's definitely
What's
bonus.
what's the roll?
Composure resolve.
Composure and
Composure resolve. Okay.
I can't do that.
Storyteller, like I did say, like, you know, I was losing focus. I pull like
add
I
dice
scooped
for
some brick
unswayable
dust off
mind.
the ground, cut my hand, and I succeeded on my ritual roll. I'm gonna smear the blood across my face, and the whole body is just gonna start flickering of shadow. It looks like I'm not in focus. It's gonna-
Okay.
You want to make it believable or what?
So what'd you get?
I got 4.
4?
I already said I was burning it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Yep.
with a crit.
So you attempt to lure him, but as you try to pull him, you get nothing but resistance back.
Ooh,
You get a fighter?
he is a fighter up there. Ooh, impressive. I'm a bit hungry though, so I might go after him.
No, don't drain him.
I'll kill him. I promise.
And you can begin to hear fire trucks in the distance.
Oh, party poopers are here.
Might have to take this up another time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You guys are welcome to come with. And I'm gonna get with Mark and get into the Escalade, which we have. Or not the Escalade,
Yeah.
but we have the Escalade back, right?
You have the Escalade back now.
And I'm just gonna look in the general direction and be like, you hear that, sweetheart? Looks like your friends are leaving you.
I'm pretty
How about a
sure
bite?
he can take care of himself just fine. As I close the door behind me.
Let's go. Another time.
Another time.
I'll back up, walk towards the Escalade. I'm gonna pull my card that it just has the phone number to contact me at the school. I'm gonna kind of like toss it at the twins on the ground. Just go, call me, and get into the Escalade.
Play toy?
Oh,
Okay.
he did have something
Picking
fancy.
rubble out of her hair and just like.
I'm gonna pick the card up and hand it to Gordon. You might want.
And Gordon, this is a business card that reads Anton Krvoposkov, professor. Olivia Grace's Lost Childer Finishing School with an address and phone number.
I would have left the address off of my card because I don't want people following me. I want them to call me.
There is an address on it.
Okay, you got printed for me then.
No, there is an address on it.
Okay.
It's not the address to the school.
Who knows what address
Fair.
it is?
Fair.
I look at it and goes, oh, he's a brainy type. Well, sometimes those are fun too.
You might learn something.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm always learning something new even after all these years.
They like to research things.
The hand thing.
All right. And he kind of just puts it in close to his chest, like, and then he goes, well, my dears, I feel like I need to heal up a little bit.
I need something to eat, like now.
I feel a little famished. Shall we? And then as he's walking away, you see him text. He goes, you owe me more than flowers and chocolate.
You get a text back.
And eggplant.
Oh my god!
Yes.
You get a text back that first is a picture of a sign that says Bellamere Suites.
Uh-huh.
And it's a picture of a hotel room with flowers and chocolate. And the hotel room has a swimming pool in it.
And I look at him and goes,
And you get another text that says, bring the girls.
Oh my god.
and I'm like, interested?
Yes.
Well then. And then I first I'm like, But first, and then I put in the hospital symbol, and then just show my broken arm.
And he sends back, I have refreshments.
Perfect. Sounds like a fantastic night.
I guess that's where we're heading.
Hopefully we were a little believable, right? We were believable. Good job on that throat thing, by the way. I was scared.
Brilliant.
I was scared.
She's
I thought you were serious.
Who says I wasn't?
Oh, well, good thing it didn't escalate then, huh? Oh, and then we exit.
Okay. And so as you guys are in the car with Mark, he's like, well, that really got out of hand.
The shadow protector is still like flickering over me.
He's like, that really got out of hand. Let me tell you, from my time with them, weirdly, I don't think this is personal.
No, it's not.
I have a feeling this is just in my work in the Secret Service and how we're taught to deal with aggressors and hostage situations. By the way, Mel, thank you. I should have said that. Thank you. I have a feeling it's only just the beginning. But I think maybe we should. And I'm not a kindred. I've been gone for months, but I have been around these people. I don't think they would intentionally kill any of you. But I think maybe breaking their hand is gonna cost something.
He punched me.
Yeah, they do that.
You should never touch a Tremere if they don't want you to. Listen, free. I pull out my phone to text Alpha.
I was already told the lesson was don't touch a Tremere. Just period.
There you go. Well, I found a text Alpha, and I just sent a message to say, mission accomplished.
And Alpha responds to you with, I fucking knew it was them. All right, thanks. Do you have enough of a description of all the Anarchs you saw?
And I type out a description of each one, send it, and then I send a follow-up text that says extremely believable.
And what you get back is a text to you, Mel, and Jackson, and Cyrus. Only the four of you. And it says, we do what we have to do to make change.
And then Mel's going to type back to that 4-person chat. And because she's been silent, looking out the window the whole time, but she looks at her phone and she responds. She says, if they put their hands on Mark again, you need to give me the okay to kill them.
And you get a response back with, whatever you need to do, I trust you.
Right.
And everyone goes, some limping,
Well, not limping, just hand.
back to their safe places for the night. Some going home, some going to a tryst. Cyrus, where are you headed?
That was fun, Katie.
It was.
I'm hungry.
Oh, you're hungry.
A bit.
How hungry?
Not that hungry.
Oh, okay.
Just snack hungry.
Snack hungry.
Yeah.
You want to go to the drive-in?
Sure.
Okay, I think Starlight's got a double feature tonight.
Sounds good. Yeah. I need something. I wonder.
Yes.
Let's see if we can find some puppet masters.
I like that idea.
I'd rather eat them.
Oh, I do like that idea.
Let's do it. And he's gonna head, and I think moving to somewhere where he can begin the ritual
Okay.
to cut the strings.
Okay. And as you're working on this ritual, your phone pings again, and Catherine goes,
Uh-oh. It's that number again.
Yeah. And he'll look down.
And the message just says, I finally understand. That doesn't have to mean anything. Just know I never stopped loving you, but I let you go.
Yeah, definitely need to find someone to cut.
I think that's a great idea. Let's go.
And you make your way to Starlight, and almost to the end of the night, as sunrise is beginning to creep up, a text message goes out to all of you, to all of the Camarilla, and it is an artist rendition of Gordon, and it says, wanted, violent anarch that has killed kindred brothers and sisters. Bring him to me alive. And a screenshot of that text goes to Gordon. And Alpha's on the other side of the pool sending this. And he sends you that screenshot and goes, raise the black, my friend.
They got my nose wrong.
They did. It's not a good likeness.
No, but
You're public enemy number one.
well, I guess as we do more, they'll probably get a better recognition. What next?
Right now, more refreshments.
I like it.
And you guys finish off your night and fall asleep, and everyone goes to sleep. And as sleep takes you, Cyrus, you see land with bodies crawling beneath it. And you can see through the land, and you can see the crawling. And swarms of puppets over it, over the people. And you see Catherine conducting the puppets like an orchestra. And she looks to you and she holds out your hand and brings you closer to her. And among the puppets, you see one that looks like you. And that puppet goes from, strangely, more muted colors, darker colors. The colors slowly become lighter and brighter. And you see the rods inside the puppet hand flicker away. And then you see everything below the puppet start to flicker away. And the puppet comes up to you, and he just reaches up and hugs you, and as you feel that hug, you almost feel your heart beat. Or at least what you recall it feeling like. And then you drift off into oblivion. And that is where we are going to leave our story for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you again to our special guests. You guys have been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to seeing you all next week for the finale, where we will have yet another special guest. We'll see you guys then. Take care of yourselves and each other. We love you very much. Good night.